Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. Welcome back to my channel. So yes, as you can see from the title, we have another declutter video today. Just bear with me please, because I know I've had a few declutter videos recently. The reason for that is I think my tastes are changing quite a lot, I'll be honest. I'm looking to really cut my collection right back, so I am in the process of really finding new homes for a lot of my perfumes. If any of you guys are in the UK and you're interested in picking up any of these fragrances, just send me an email and I will send you the prices. Please just let me know. I would actually really appreciate that, because I'm really trying to find a new home for these. I would really appreciate any of you guys in the UK to just let me know if you're interested in any of these. Unfortunately, I'm not able to send perfumes abroad, so if you do decide to email me, please just confirm that you are actually in the UK. So yeah, just let me know. I would really appreciate that. I'm happy to offer like bundle deals. Just send me an email if you are in the UK and interested in purchasing any of these from me. A lot of the fragrances from my last big declutter video, a lot of them have found new homes. I'm just trying to really whittle it down to get to a more manageable size, so I can then allow myself to purchase more fragrances, because the way things are right now, I wouldn't actually feel comfortable purchasing any new perfumes. So that's why I'm looking to declutter many more, so that I can sort of feel comfortable purchasing more perfumes again, because at the moment, you guys, I don't want to be buying any more perfumes until I have found new homes for quite a few of the perfumes. So please just bear with me. I promise I have many exciting new videos on the way for you. I have a wish list video coming up, other videos that I have like in the works. I am aware there have been a few declutter videos, so I hope you don't mind that. Anyway, with that being said, let's get started with today's perfumes. So first up today, I am going to be decluttering Mon Guerlain Sparkling Bouquet. Now, this might be slightly surprising to some of you because it's a relatively new addition to my perfume collection. It's one that I really liked. The reason I'm going to be decluttering this one is because to me it only really blooms in very warm weather. And even with that being said, throughout the summer that we've had this year, this is not one of the perfumes that I've been reaching for the most. It really isn't. I have really enjoyed perfumes like my Lanry Trésor Nude, for example. That has been my go-to beachy fragrance. And also Chloe Lowe is another really nice light, aquatic, lightweight, summery kind of scent. This one I thought would have been one of my most worn perfumes of the summer, and it just hasn't been. It's just been sitting there getting forgotten about. I think what it is, I just love the original Mon Guerlain and the Mon Guerlain Intense so much. I think they're so hard to beat in a way, and this fragrance is very mild and it's very quiet, I suppose. This one only really blooms in very warm weather, so it's not enough for me, you know. It's kind of, I just prefer the original Mon Guerlain and Mon Guerlain Intense. I adore those. This one is just lacking for me, and the fact as well that I can only really enjoy wearing this in the very hot weather. Summer's nearly over now, and I know I could wait and just keep it for next summer, but I mean, I don't know, you guys, I'm just not loving it anymore. It's a very nice perfume, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It is beautiful. It's kind of a much lighter version of Mon Guerlain with emphasis on a very nice, well done pear note that's not overly sweet. It's not overly ripe or anything like that. So it's a very nice, natural smelling fragrance in a way. It's really nice, but it's just very soft. It's not strong enough, you know. To me, this is kind of exclusively a summer, spring and summer kind of fragrance. I mean, of course you could wear it all year round, of course you could, but just to me, because I prefer the original Mon Guerlain and the Intense version, this one just completely falls flat. Like I say, it's not been getting worn, etc. So this one unfortunately is in the declutter category. It's kind of a shame because it was a fairly recent purchase. Out of all of the Mon Guerlains, this was actually the most recent purchase, you know, from the line. So it's kind of a shame, you guys. I only purchased it in the spring. So, I mean, I've had a bit of wear out of it. Let's see how much I've worn. A fair bit, I suppose, but not really that much. But anyway, this one is looking for a new home now. So that is Mon Guerlain Sparkling Bouquet. All around a very nice perfume. I would even recommend it. Like if you found Mon Guerlain too heavy, then you'd probably enjoy this one more. Overall, it's just not quite making the cut for me. So that's Mon Guerlain Sparkling Bouquet. Next up today, we have Elie Saab Liparfon. Now, this perfume is stunning. It is stunning. I actually used to own the discontinued Eau de Toilette version. That used to be my signature scent when I was around 18 years old. That one was very, very different to this, and in a way, I purchased this thinking it would be very similar to the one that I used to own, the Eau de Toilette version, and it's very different. So this one is bossier, it's more serious, it's a bit more mature than the one I had. The one I had, it almost had a kind of sparkling champagne accord to it. It was very light-hearted, kind of bubbly, like youthful, that kind of thing. This one is more serious, it's heavier, it's kind of punchier, you know. And it is stunning, like it's honestly a beautiful perfume. But the only way I can really explain this to you, like the reason why I'm decluttering this, is you could see an outfit on somebody and think it's beautiful, immaculate and things like that, but you just might not want to wear it yourself. And likewise, you could see a work of art that you can appreciate, but at the same time you might not want it in your home. So that's the only way I can really explain to you the reason why I don't want to keep this in my collection. I just don't think it suits me. It's a bit too loud, it's a bit too bossy, a bit too extroverted for me. I keep waiting for that occasion, that mystery occasion where I would want to wear this perfume, and it just never comes. So yeah, I'm looking to move this one on. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful perfume. The performance is really good. Very strong perfume, really nice projection, everything like that. It's fantastic. I mainly smell jasmine from this perfume, but I have heard elsewhere that other people can smell the orange blossom or the honey a little bit stronger. For me, it's kind of the patchouli and the jasmine that I get. But I think, you know, depending on the sensitivity of your nose, you may pick up on some of the other notes that are in here more, like the orange blossom or the honey. So that is Elie Saab Liparfon. I will be moving this on to a new home now. I held on to it for a very long time because of how good it is. It's such a good perfume, but it just doesn't suit me. I don't I don't feel comfortable really wearing it day to day or anything like that. It's just not quite for me. So that's Elie Saab Liparfon. Next up today we have Dolce Gabbana The Only One 2. Now I basically found that the berry notes in here were a bit too sharp for me in the end. I'm not a big fan of berry notes in general, and in here they're quite prominent and they're also quite tart. So if that's the kind of thing that you enjoy, a tart berry sort of accord with rose, then I think you would really like this one. But for me, I was kind of hoping to get more of the rose, the violet and the coffee, and perhaps I do get some of those in here, but overall it's sort of the berries that are dominating in here, and for that reason it's not quite for me. I much prefer The Only One, so I have this one in my collection, The Only One, and I love this one, you guys. This is my favourite out of these two by far, so it almost feels a bit pointless for me to keep this one when I love this one and I feel very flat about this one, so it's kind of like, what's the point in keeping this, you know? So that is Dolce & Gabbana The Only One 2. I don't think I've had this one for very long either, which is kind of... But anyway, you guys, that is Dolce & Gabbana The Only One 2. Next up today we have Black Perfecto from Guerlain. Now I really couldn't decide for the longest time whether to hold on to this one or not. I've been on the fence with this one for a while, but I think I'm just going to be moving it on now. It's a beautiful fragrance and I did used to wear it quite a lot, but recently I think I've picked up more on that leather note, which I don't love, I'll be honest. It's kind of the main notes in here. You have the sour cherry, you have your rose, your tonka bean, leather as well. And recently, like I say, I've picked up a bit more on the leather notes, and overall I've not really been reaching for it. So I think this one is looking for a new home as well. That's Black Perfecto. I did actually used to own a backup bottle of this, so I did used to really like this one. I think I kind of want to try the Eau de Toilette version of this. I think that might be more for me because I think there are more rose notes in that one, whereas this one it has your cherry. I don't know. I think they both have leather, but I'm wondering if the eau de toilette might just be more centered around the rose and the rose water, which would be really beautiful. So I think I do want to try that one out. But this eau de parfum, it's just not getting worn. I don't really think it's for me anymore, so it's in the declutter category. So that is Black Perfecto from Guerlain. Next we have the Mon Guerlain Florale Hair Mist. This is really nice if you enjoy Mon Guerlain Florale and you want it in a hair mist form. For me personally, the citrusy note in here is too strong for me. And I kind of thought that it might dissipate after a few hours or something like that, but to my nose it lingers throughout the whole dry down of the scent, and it's not something that I particularly enjoy. I think it's a lemon note in here, and it's just something that I kind of picked up on, and now I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. So that is Mon Guerlain Florale, a really nice fragrance if you enjoy Mon Guerlain Florale, but for me personally, I wasn't a fan of the lemon notes in here, and it was kind of a bit too strong. Like, I could really smell that lemon note, and I don't know, I just prefer the other Mon Guerlains that I have in my collection. I don't love this one nearly as much, and I haven't been wearing it. Next we have Armani Code. I mentioned this in my recent video about perfumes I'm on the fence about. This one, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Poison Girl, but it's not that strong. It's almost kind of a weaker... The scent is just kind of weak to me. It's nice, it's pleasant, it reminds me of almost like a kind of shampoo-like smell, and it's very nice and things like that, but I just don't... I don't really love it that much, and I prefer my Poison Girl. I think that fragrance is much better and it's almost kind of similar. So to me, I just feel like there's not much point in me keeping this one. Next we have Frederico Mahora Pure Royal number 359, which is a dupe for Alien Essence Absolue. Now, the reason I want to move this one on is because to me, I used to love this fragrance, like I used to love Alien Essence Absolue, but now I find it almost a bit too medicinal, a bit too potent or something. I never seem to find the right occasion to wear this fragrance to. It's almost a bit too dressy. This fragrance is almost a bit too much for me, if I'm being honest. I do have a little small decant of the original Alien Essence Absolute, and that's almost enough for me now. I don't need a full bottle of it because I can never really find the right occasion to wear it to, like I say. This fragrance, it was very kindly gifted to me by the company. I have reviewed it on my channel, and it's a very good perfume. To me, it smells very similar to the original Alien Essence Absolute, so that's a great thing, obviously. But the scent itself, I never really find the right time to wear it. It's kind of a bit too strong, a bit too punchy with that medicinal edge to it, and I've not been wearing it, so there's not much point in me keeping it in my collection. Next we have Ralph Lauren Woman. Now, this fragrance is very nice, but the reason I want to get rid of this one is A, because it kind of reminds me of Armani My Way, and I actually prefer My Way, and B, because the atomizer is a little bit faulty. I don't actually want to spray it right now because it's kind of messy, but it shoots out in a line rather than a spray. So it does spray, but I feel like for it to spray properly, it would need to be decanted into a different atomizer bottle. So the sprayer is kind of faulty on this one, and it annoys me to the point of just never wanting to wear it, basically, because that's quite an important thing for me. Perfumes should be pleasant to use, in my opinion, and this one isn't because the sprayer is kind of faulty. So this fragrance, it's really gorgeous. It almost kind of reminds me of Armani My Way and a bit of Linterdy as well, but this has a kind of creamy, juicy blackcurrant note in it. It's really very pleasant, but I haven't been reaching for it. Probably mostly due to the fact that the sprayer doesn't really work anymore, but either way, I'm not wearing it, so there's not much point in me keeping it in my collection. So that's Ralph Lauren Woman. And I'm gonna try and whiz through the last few here because my phone is about to die. We have Kim Kardashian by Kim Kardashian. I think I might have mentioned this in my video about perfumes I'm on the fence about, perhaps. It's a really good perfume, but it doesn't feel very me. It doesn't feel like it, I don't feel like it suits me. It's quite mature, it's quite bold in your face, that kind of thing. A very bold, white floral, creamy fragrance with a tiny touch of green, sort of a green nuance to it, I suppose. There are some spices in here as well, some woody notes and tonka beans. So it's very rich, but primarily you're going to get those white florals in here, like your tuberose and your gardenia and jasmine. So it's really stunning, but I don't necessarily feel that it suits me very well, so I'm going to be moving this one on. So that's Kim Kardashian. Next we have Ariana Grande Cloud. Now this is a perfume that's been in my collection for a very long time. I think it's a very good one, especially for the price. It smells airy, sweet, kind of like whipped cream, coconut cream, bergamot, lavender. It's really very nice, but it's just not my cup of tea anymore, you guys. I never wear it, and I think somebody else would appreciate it more than I do now. So that's Ariana Grande Cloud. And the next one is one that I'm pretty sure will be a declutter, but I'm not like 100% sure. But I wanted to mention it in today's video anyway. So that is Montal Intense Cafe. And the reason I'm thinking of moving this one on is because I think I would prefer the Ristretto version more. So this is just the original Intense Cafe, but they also have a Ristretto Intense Cafe, I think it's called. And I believe that one has a stronger coffee note. I have actually purchased a sample of that one that I need to smell. I'm gonna do that this afternoon, I think. I'll test that one out. And if I prefer that one, I will most likely move this one onto a new home and then actually purchase the Ristretto version. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with this one. This is actually a 50ml bottle, believe it or not. It does look very small, but it is a 50ml bottle, but the packaging is kind of unusual with these ones. So that was Intense Cafe, I think. Is that all of them? Oh, and I think I forgot to mention Aphrodisiac. I'm going to be decluttering this one. I was really on the fence about it for a long time. I didn't know whether to keep it because I've had it for a long time and I had scent memories attached to it, etc. But I think I'm just kind of over it now. I never reach for it, actually. I never wear this one. If you're looking for a more mature version of the Viva La Juicy kind of fragrances, then I would check this one out, because to me that's kind of how it smells. But anyway, that's another perfume that I'm going to be letting go of. So there we have it, you guys. That's my kind of rushed declutter video. I was worried about my phone dying. I think it's on under like 10% at the moment, so it could cut out at any moment. If you enjoyed today's video, then you may also enjoy some of these other videos that I'm putting on the screen here just now. Thank you again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you very soon on my next video. Bye!